Hello, my dear friends and fellow anglers. Your favorite fishing expert is back with a fresh forecast to help you land that trophy catch. Today, we're diving deep into the fishing conditions for the 30th of September 2025 across beautiful Ireland. And let me tell you, this day is shaping up to be quite special, with conditions that could surprise even the most seasoned among us. Get ready, because I've got some insider tips that will make your trip memorable, turning an ordinary autumn day into an extraordinary fishing adventure. Don't go anywhere, because you're about to learn why this might just be one of the best days this late season. Now let's talk about what's biting and how to outsmart them. Based on the changing conditions, I've pinpointed a few species that should be particularly active. First up, Atlantic salmon. For many, this is the grand finale, as September 30th marks the closing of the salmon season on several rivers across Ireland. Rivers like the Moy and Blackwater have historically provided excellent opportunities right up to the end of the month. You'll want to focus on the middle to lower stretches of rivers, especially after any recent freshets that might have encouraged a last-minute run of fresh fish. Look for deeper pools and runs, particularly those with good cover, where salmon might be resting. For tackle, a fly rod with larger flies, such as a Cascade or Hairy Mary, could be very effective. If spinning, try a spoon or a Tobin stopper. Remember, these fish can be a bit sluggish at this time of year, so a slower presentation is often key. Next, let's talk about our toothy friends, the pike. Autumn is prime time for pike in Ireland, with September marking the start of their peak activity period that extends into November. They're bulking up for winter, making them aggressive feeders. You'll want to target larger loughs like Lough Derg, Lough Ree, or the vast River Shannon system, especially in areas with weed beds, drop-offs, and submerged structures. Pike are most active during the early morning and late afternoon on days like this. For tactics, big soft plastics, jerkbaits, or even deadbaits fished on a legger rig can be incredibly effective. Consider a medium-heavy spinning or bait casting setup, using a wire trace to prevent bite-offs. Don't be afraid to try brighter colors in your lures, especially if the water has a bit of color from any recent rain. And we can't forget the petit brown trout. While some may think trout season is winding down, many Irish lakes offer excellent brown trout fishing right into October. With cooling water temperatures, trout will be seeking food actively. Target loughs like Corrib or Mask, especially around rocky shores, submerged islands, and areas where feeder streams enter the lake. Traditional wet flies like dabblers or peaters can be very successful, particularly on a breezy day when the surface is ruffled. A light fly rod around a 5 or 6 weight will give you the best sport. If conditions are calm, now try searching with a small spinner or a wobbler in the shallower margins early in the day. Now, for the nitty-gritty, the conditions. On Tuesday, the 30th of September 2025, Ireland is expecting quite mild weather. Daytime temperatures are forecast to be around 16 to 18 degrees Celsius, making for a comfortable day on the water. Nights will be cooler, dropping to between 9 and 14 degrees Celsius. Crucially, the forecast indicates 0 millimeters of precipitation, meaning we should have a dry day, which is always a bonus for morale and visibility. While specific wind details for the day aren't precise, late September in Ireland can bring brisk winds, especially along the coast, which can influence fish behavior by creating surface chop and oxygenating the water. Atmospheric pressure appears stable with no dramatic weather fronts moving in, which generally bodes well for fishing activity. Regarding water temperatures, they are definitely trending cooler as we move deeper into autumn. Average sea temperatures around Dublin and Cork in September hover around 15 degrees Celsius. While not warm enough for a comfortable swim, this cooler water signals to fish that winter is approaching, often triggering a feeding response. In freshwater, lake and river temperatures will also be dropping, encouraging species like pike and trout to feed actively before the really cold weather sets in. As for the moon, the 30th of September 2025 will see a tricky first quarter the moon, as this means about 55 to 57% of the moon will be illuminated. Many anglers believe the first quarter phase is a sweet spot for fishing, as the moon's gravitational pull can create stronger tides and increased current, often stimulating fish activity. It's thought to encourage feeding, especially around dawn and dusk. Considering all these factors, mild temperatures, no rain, cooling water, and a favorable first quarter moon, I'm going to give the overall fishing forecast for Ireland on this day a rating of good to excellent, particularly for species like pike and late-season salmon. The absence of rain and stable pressure should contribute to consistent activity. So, my friends, that's your comprehensive fishing forecast for the 30th of September, 2025. In Ireland, I wish you all bent rods and screaming reels. May you have tight lines and, as we say, ni nead gan graim, no cast without a catch. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more tips, and tell me in the comments below. What are your plans for this autumn fishing season? Have you had any memorable catches in late September in Ireland? Share your stories and help build our awesome angling community.